Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another book review on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and today we are taking a look at An Amateur's Guide for the Colt Thompson Submachine Gun by Tommy Davis Jr., or, as the subtitle says, How to Be an Informed Buyer in a Very Expensive Market. As the title suggests, this is a buyer's guide for those of you who are interested in acquiring a registered, original, authentic Colt's submachine gun, Colt Thompson submachine gun. Now, the reason they're called that is the Auto Ordnance Company, John Thompson, originally contracted with Colt's Firearms Manufacturing Company, I believe is the full title of the company. They originally contracted with Colt to manufacture Thompson submachine guns, and Colt made a single run of 15,000 guns. Those guns would not sell out until 1939 or 1940. So from 1921 to 1939, 18 years, it took them to actually sell all of these original Colt guns. Now, during that time, they would of course start as the model 1921. They would then be changed a bit to the model 1928, but the 28s are all original from that single production batch that were simply modified after the fact before they had been sold. So in the world of Thompson submachine gun collecting, you have Colts, which are the really expensive ones, and then you have all the wartime production, because once World War II kicked off, demand for submachine guns really took off, and that's when you had companies like Savage start manufacturing Thompsons. That's when you had guns like the M1 and the M1A1, and we really had, Thompsons by the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, being produced. The Colt's guns are absolutely the collector premium guns, and as the title suggests, it is a very expensive market. You're going to pay $25,000, $35,000, $55,000, $75,000, depending on condition, for a Colt's Thompson machine gun. And that's where this book comes in. If you're in that market, there are a number of other books around that talk about the history of the Thompson. There's actually a section at the beginning of this that discusses the other literature out there. But this is intended to be a buyer's guide. This goes through very specifically, point by point, what do you need to look for on a Colt Thompson to know that it's actually worth the asking price, or to make an offer on it that is at a reasonable, what it actually ought to be priced at, so that you don't miss little subtle details that can have a significant impact on value. And believe me, there is a lot of that. Things like identifying, is the actuator correct and original? Is the barrel correct and original? Because these guns are so valuable and so expensive, there are a lot of things that have been done to try and pass off not quite perfect ones as better ones. So that's the point of the book. It's a pretty niche subject. If you're just interested in the history of the Thompson, there are actually a few bits in here that are pretty cool. There's, in particular, discussion of the history of a whole cache of Thompson guns that were sold by the St. Louis Police Department not long ago. There's more information on the model 1927, the semi-auto Thompson, in here than there is in any other source that I'm aware of. In fact, I need to go back and probably redo my video on the 1927 as a result of having read this. But as a general rule, this book is aimed at people who are looking at investing in a Thompson submachine gun. So it is currently available through Amazon. The author, by the way, has also printed a book on the history of the British use in World War II of the Thompson, which is pretty cool as well. He has gone ahead and priced this, which is get it right, 184-page soft-bound, very simple book. He's gone ahead and priced it at $50, which is rather expensive, I think, but it's the perfect introduction to what you should get used to if you're buying a Colt Thompson machine gun, because you're getting into a market where authentic spare parts for your gun are going to cost you four figures. So skimping, not spending $50 up front on a book like this is very foolish. If you're going to buy a Thompson, buy the book first. It will save you tens, hundreds, probably not thousands of times its own value, but it'll be an excellent beginning to your investment. Thanks for watching.